fours means hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We're going to warm up the spine a little bit more with cats and dogs. So as we inhale, just like we would do for a rearward shift, as you inhale, lift your tailbone, lift your chest bone, you can lift your skull if you like, and we're trying to contract all the muscles up and down the spine. Big breath in. Now as we exhale, we go the other way. This is called spinal flexion. Tuck your tailbone. Tuck your chin. So remember this. Remember spinal flexion. One more inhale. Extend the spine. One more exhale. Spinal flexion. Tucking the tailbone. So remember these words. Remember these actions. Tucking the tailbone, flexing the spine. And then back to neutral. So now we're going to rock back and forth a little bit. As you rock back, look up. As you rock forward, look down. So here we're just warming up the wrists, warming up the forearms a little bit. Just trying to help prepare for the abs and the arms that are coming up in a second. When you rock forward, look down, exhale. When you rock backward, look up, inhale. Just a couple more. Good. And then come to a seated position, just so we can talk for 1 second. As we're going through these progressions for the 8-point plank, the key, number one thing, is make sure you feel it in your abs. The function of your abs, when we're doing all these different planks, is to make sure that your spine doesn't bend or that your spine doesn't turn. So the important thing is make sure you feel it deep, deep, deep in your abs. If you try to progress and your spine is bending or your spine is turning, stop right away. Stop immediately. Go back to the 8-point plank and make sure you are absolutely braced through your abs. 1,000,000%. So today you might wind up doing 4 8-point planks or whatever it is, 4 or 5. And that's fine because you're just developing and refining the technique. If you progress with me, terrific. You could be ready for power yoga. If you don't progress with me, also fine. Do the best you can. Come back to this video often and just kind of test where you are with the planking. So here we go. 8-point plank is first. 8-point plank because your hands, elbows, knees, and toes all touch the ground. That's your 8 points. So we come up to Sphinx, tuck your toes, palms on the ground, elbows on the ground, knees on the ground, toes on the ground. Inhale. Exhale. Keep breathing. Pull your face straight back. Now you start to flex your spine, just like we did in the cats and dogs. You're flexing your spine. Start from the top. Start from your rib cage and roll that down towards your low back. Once your tummy and your thighs clear the ground, hold and breathe. So you don't want to go too high, but really work on tucking your tailbone vigorously. You want to feel this deep, 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 deep in your abs. You want to feel this in your low back. You want to feel it in your abs. One more inhale. One more exhale. And slowly return more or less to Sphinx. So that's our go-to pose. So how do we challenge this? It's a great question. We start to remove various points. So we started with 8 points. Now we try 6 points. Okay? So here we go. Always start from 8-point plank. Big breath in. Keep breathing. Retract your skull. Flex your spine. Start from the top. Start from your rib cage. Once your tummy starts to peel off the ground, once your thighs start to peel off the ground, really focus on tucking the pelvis under. Now, once you feel that your abs are set, straighten your knees. So this is a 6-point plank. But remember, feel it deep in your abs. Should not feel it at all in your low back. 0. Deep in your abs. Slowly, 8-point plank. Slowly, Sphinx pose. Okay, so that was the first version of a 6-point plank. Now we have a second version. Here we go. 8-point plank. Pull your face straight back. Start to flex your spine. Start from the top. Once your tummy starts to peel off the ground, once your thighs start to peel off the ground, make sure that you're really flexing the spine. You're really trying to take the curve out of your low back. Now for this variation of the 6-point plank, brace yourself, straighten your arms. So this is 6-point plank. But now your elbows are off the ground. Make sure you feel this in your abs, 1,000,000%. Big breath in. Control the descent. Elbows. Sphinx pose. Did I mention we were going to push the limits of plank today? So remember, if this is getting overwhelming, stop. Go back to 8-point plank. If you're good to go, continue with me, please. And now we get into 4-point plank. Here's what we try. Sphinx pose first. Inhale. Exhale. Pull your face straight back. Flex your spine. Once your tummy and thigh bones clear the mat, start really tucking your pelvis a lot. A whole lot. Now here we go, 4-point plank. Extend the knees. Make sure you're braced. Extend the arms. Hold and breathe. 4-point plank. It's a little more awkward than a high push-up position, but you should feel deep in your abs. Knees down, elbows down, Sphinx pose. Let's come all the way down and rest. And breathe. Nice work.